Hello everyone, welcome to the 2022 Frostbite Open here in Opelika, Alabama. Run Productions bringing you this coverage. I'm Felix.
And I'm Conrad.
Big thank you to the Opelika Auburn Disc Golf Group, Auburn Opelika Tourism, and the City of Opelika Parks and Rec for making this coverage possible. We are back at Tumble Tree Disc Golf Course for this beautiful event. Conrad, what can we expect from this awesome course?
Man, this course can bring tears of joy to anyone's face. All right, so what we have here is a wooded course with some open stretches that allow for the wind to wreak havoc. On the card, we have the man, Ezra Robinson, out of Lawrenceville. He did not compete in this event last year. We also have Michael Gibney from Fairhope, Alabama. He was 4th in this event last year, so no stranger to the course. We have Matt Dollar coming out of Noonan, Georgia. He placed 6th in this event. And the young gun, Jared Henderson out of Trussville, Alabama. A little confused about who's number 1, but we corrected him there. Placing 3rd last year. All right, we have hole 1 here. It's a par 3 coming in at 288 feet. Want to give a little time to thank our drone sponsor here, Deep 9 Design. With this hole, it really depends on how the wind is blowing, on how you want to attack it. 2 lines of play, forehand or backhand. With the backhand being a turnover route, you just got to be careful when you come into the green. The pine straw can be a little slippery and leave you with a longer putt if you don't time it just right.
There's also out of bounds water there, which you see really comes into play to hole 2, but an errant drive can find the water here on 1.
He didn't like that out of the hand.
Yeah, sawed it off a bit. Got some decent distance though. He's probably circle's edge.
Yep, and that tree love kicking coming straight down was definitely beneficial for him there. Gibney going with the backhand turnover, but not quite enough air. But getting a good 20 feet of slide on the pine straw there.
You were just talking about the slide on the pine straw. We just saw it.
Dollar putting a better angle on that turnover there.
Fight out.
And yeah, he's tuned that in quite nicely. Before the round, he was actually hitting the basket with that shot. So very comfortable with that starting off on hole 1.
See the forehand here from Jared. This is a really good line. Is it too deep though?
A little hot and whoa, yeah, went by the basket. He still looks like he's inside the circle, but just circle's edge. So yeah, he landed in front of the basket and was able to make it all the way to circle's edge. So that's a good 33 feet of skip. Exactly. 33.34.
Yep. Long look for Ezra.
All right.
Good way to start the round. You don't necessarily want a circle's edge putt, but it builds confidence right away.
Oh, yeah. And I've yet to see a birdie that I didn't like, so, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, Gibney.
He knew right away.
Yeah. All right. Jared making that birdie.
These are not the most forgiving baskets.
No.
And Jared does tend to putt with some pace, as does Ezra, so I'll be interested to see if there's any cut-throughs or spit-throughs, anything like that throughout the round. Gibney with the drop-in for par.
So 3 birdies, not a bad way to start off the round.
All right, hole 2 is straightforward. You see the target the entire way. Par 3, 249 feet. You need to carry this water. The green slopes back down towards the water. There's a rock bed behind it. You'll see some rope there that is not out of bounds for this hole. That is out of bounds for hole 4. But essentially, you have one job. Make sure the disc gets over the water and lands safely somewhere on this green. Ezra with an A5 here.
You'll see those trees come into play because sometimes those branches get a little grabby if you're too high.
Just missed that tree. And he's got about 20-25 feet.
Yeah, another scary thing about the tree is hitting it and getting ricocheted directly back into the water.
Yeah. Dollar with a turnover here. Getting a little stable there. Just needs to pan out. Checks up on the rocks.
Now, that is another thing about this hole. Any good safe shot will typically leave you with a death putt or... Oh, got some branches.
Oh,
he sat down. That is the luck of the draw. It really depends on what edge that this lands on and if it's getting wet or not.
This looks pretty ideal. Coming in with some pace, though, and it actually skips over the rocks and lands by the long pin position.
Normally the rocks kind of grab or collect to slow things down, but they went right over that.
That's a scary putt coming back. You can see here.
Oh,
and that rolled in.
Yeah.
Did it go all the way in?
Yeah.
Is that it right there?
Yeah, it jumped.
Yeah, we should be able to get it.
At least he's able to see it. Sometimes it gets so murky there that even if you're a couple feet off the water, and Ezra, a little shy, you might not see your disc. Even it can only be 5 feet from the edge.
Mm-hmm. You got to imagine that these putts are a little nervy just watching the person in front of you putt and then go in the water.
And it's catching everybody.
It's like there's nothing but basket and water. That's all you see.
Yeah.
Jared with the safest putt of them all.
The only birdie. You wouldn't have thought so with those drives on this hole. I mean, it comes in under par. Average is 2.45 for the round. So it's definitely one that if you're not getting the birdie, you're losing strokes to the field here.
Oh, yeah.
Gibney with the comeback putt there for the bogey, and Dollar tapping in the par. Not what you would expect to see on this hole.
Now on to hole 3. It is a par 4 coming in at 687 feet. You want to make sure that you miss the pavilion or the amphitheater off your drive, because that will be OB. Right around here is your ideal landing area. You want to take note of the Mando that's on the right. Really shouldn't come into play unless you go out of bounds. Car path to the left is OB the entire way. You can use this tree in the fairway as a marker to go around so that you can approach the green. And there is OB past the basket on the road.
Yeah, it's your first opportunity to just kind of open up and let one rip, as Jared has put this on a pure hyzer. Boy, oh boy, that's far.
Yeah, that is ideal landing area there. Like, he has many options from there. He can go over the OB on the left or go around the tree.
He's also not on a side hill. Like, there's some slant and slope on this, and he's landing right in the flat as pushing.
And he's not next to a tree like Ez.
Exactly.
I will say, you see the flag, American flag, just waving softly in the background. That is a tree hit by Dollar, but that is not indicative. Normally there's a lot of wind on this course, and this right here was a relatively calm day. Gibney turns it over.
It's turning towards that OB line that we just talked about, which separates hole 4 and hole 3, and that is out of bounds. See our spotters working hard there to mark that.
So you'll see from his spot the Mando that's right in front of him that he has to make sure that he goes left of, and that's mainly to keep 4 fairway free of incoming objects.
Put a move on that. Turning over, coming back. Just needs to finish.
And yep, he is inbounds. So not a bad recovery. He'll have an upshot to try to clean that up.
Drying off the hand. He's should be pretty open from here.
Yeah, but he's going over the OB.
Big turnover.
And that is flattening out. And that looks like that'll leave him with a circle 2 look.
That was a long shot from where he was. That's a lot of trust. You're flying over OB the entire time.
Yeah.
Thanks. Risky.
I'm interested to see what Ezra's going to do here with that tree and the OB right in front of him.
Yeah.
Going
So
big
he's
hyzer.
going, yep, going around the tree in the fairway, and
What
wow.
a shot.
Yeah.
I didn't think he'd be able to kind of generate momentum with that tree, but he was a little further away than I thought. Jared also going with the hyzer route.
Going around the tree, and
Did it almost look like it landed off of Ezra's disc there.
yeah, Gibney's a little too far to give this a good bid. Just lay it up.
A little bit of the struggle bus here over 2 holes for Gibney, finding out of bounds twice in 2 holes. Dollar with a floaty bid. A little short. The wind can kind of switch here from second to second.
Yeah, and the flag that's flying in the background, the American flag, you can't use it as an indicator because it will be flying in one direction and you will be on the tee or on the fairway feeling the wind go in a totally different direction. You're like, but why is that flag moving that way?
Very nice birdies there for both Jared and Birdie. Jared and Ezra.
We just gonna call him Birdie now? You're just not even
Birdie Robinson. Cleaning up. So Jared giving himself a 1-stroke advantage there over Ezra, maintaining it. Big thank you to the Auburn Opelika Tourism for having such a big part of this coverage every year. We're moving on to hole 4. This is a par 4, 680 feet off the drive. You're trying to get somewhere in this general area the drone is flying over now if you can. Your second shot is a tight shot. You've got OB on the right in the water and OB left in that little tree cluster area. You've also got a green that slopes away down towards the road, which runs the entire length of the hole, which is also out of bounds.
There is a Mando on this hole, but it really shouldn't come into play for any of these players. It just takes out the big hyzer to get to the landing area easily.
Probably about 150 feet from the tee. That small tree that you're seeing there kind of starts where the Mando goes. This is a rip on a perfect line.
Yes, that is just ideal. Jumps over the mound.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jared, before Ezra, elected to throw the Luna, and he's over there left side. Dollar with the turnover game today. That's like the 3rd shot in a row with just a gentle turnover line.
Hey, if you get to the middle of the fairway like that, hey.
Yeah. You can see it's starting to warm up there as Gibney has shed one of the layers. We were like mid-50s probably at this point. That's
nice Annie shot as well. Is he going to make it over the mound?
He's just short of it.
Hopefully not on it. Being on it is a more difficult shot than not.
This is tricky footing here for Jared. Those rocks, you don't want to snap an ankle, so it looks like he's opting for the standstill.
Oh, but still throwing a full shot. All right.
Looks like he clubbed up a little bit because he knew he wasn't going to get that run up. An unfortunate tree kick back into the wood line there, so he'll have a tricky look at a birdie. Dollar with a stable hyzer, looking for it to spike.
Spikes and rolls a little bit.
Okay, that's not too bad.
He's still inside the circle, so.
Yeah, from our perspective, he thought he had rolled down to the roadside again. Gibney going wide, hyzer as well. You can see the wind starting to lift and push, and that's pushed him in long and right. And another one. That one gets kicked out. So all these guys kind of misjudging the distance a bit, pushing it a little long. Dollar was right on, but just got that unfortunate roll. Oh, what a putt there. Gibney called me over. He's like, I've got a cool line here, so let's check out the run back. Our doggone good disc golf run back here. Check out doggone-discgolf.com. Gibney finding the line through the trees, weaving it. Oh.
And Birdie Robinson with another one.
Living up to his name. Jared going down to a knee. He's also got an alley through the trees.
Oh.
God.
Did that go? How far down the hill did it go? Okay, not too bad.
Caught. Still got a tricky comeback putt, though.
Oh. Yeah.
And he's going to see that lead slip away here.
Yeah.
And Dollar off the top.
That's
And
alright.
you could hear me.
That's my fault.
You could hear me apologizing there. I moved. I didn't realize he was going. And I kind of turned my body and my camera as he was putting. So I owe you a beer on that one, Matt.
Such a rookie. Such a noob.
I know.
So Dollar walking away with a par. Jared walking away with a bogey on that. And then the two birdies by Ezra and Michael. Hole 5 is a par 3 coming in at 275 feet. This is a very tricky hole. You're either going to want to go with a flex forehand, or you can be brave and take a straight shot, but that straight line is very tight. You have this cluster of trees on the left and right that is like playing plinko. If you hit them, you're hoping that it falls down and that you don't end up too far outside of the trees having to get back through to get to the green. He said Ez is opting for the forehand here. And that looks like a really good line. Except for that tree.
Yeah, it just held up a bit.
Yeah. But that's what you got to do. You really got to throw it in low. You got to throw it on that ante and just have it work its way over there. Gibney going with the straight option, flipping up a putter. And
Beautiful.
that's nice. Even with those trees all around the basket, just a little step out and have a clean look at it. Dollar going with the forehand as well.
Oh, boy.
Slightly different line. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Got a little check up there to help him.
Yeah. Jared throwing that line too, but hitting the tree. Got
Still down there.
The
I mean,
second kick was good.
Looks like the preferred line really on this hole is the forehand, just that little slight flex.
Yeah.
Gibney just pured it with a beautiful backhand, though.
Oh, they just left that out wide. He got tired of us calling him Birdie Man.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Ooh, a little wide.
Unfortunately, I get that too.
So in.
Dollar. There you go, making up.
It is.
Making up for the last hole there. I really wanted that putt for him. Jared with the comeback here for the par.
Oh.
No.
Man, I'm not used to seeing Jared having these hiccups when it comes to putting.
Oh, did you message him about it?
Yeah, so an unfortunate bogey there. Gibney with this left for his birdie.
Beautiful. I mean, like, everybody above me, like, the ratings is already in. Like,
Yeah.
because they've recorded stuff down.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
dude, you should have sent him a message and asked, you know?
I may.
And a par there for
They say
Ezra.
no.
Well, someone has the CTP out there, kind of close to the basket.
Yeah. You see Ezra there with 1 stroke advantage over Dollar and 2 strokes over Jared as we move into hole 6, a par 3, 230 feet. Off the tee, you've got this gap that opens up here. The basket is sitting on a treacherous hillside. You're going to see some straight putter shots, some flex forehands. You occasionally will see an overhand. I don't know if anybody on this card will take that approach, but really you're just trying to get something to stick on this hillside. you very often will get something near the pin that will unfortunately roll right back down this hill.
Yeah.
It's like the backhand for Gibney.
So angle control on landing is very important here.
Yeah. And you've got this right side that sneaks up on you.
Yep.
Just like that.
Well, at least that one kicked him out.
Yeah.
Like that line over or through those trees is just so.
Oh
wow. Oh.
That is in an area that I don't think Matt has ever played from on this hole. He is on the left side of the previous hole. And when you get down there, you can't see anything. Generous kick there.
Yeah. But as I was saying, those trees are kind of like they are the line.
Yeah.
If you want to land it properly.
Yeah, because you don't have room to swing something left to right off of this tee. Those trees on the left pinch off any kind of turnover.
That one grabs him and puts him down at the bottom of the hill.
So Jared will have an uphill putt. Dollar, unfortunately, is going to go on an adventure here to go locate his disc.
Wait, is that water?
There is water there, yeah, but
Oh,
it
wow.
is not out of bounds. It's just standing water.
I've just never seen it before.
And he was down there for a minute trying to look at overhand options and anything. He decided to go with this giant hyzer over the top. And the wind, there was a slight wind that just kind of didn't let it come all the way back over.
Yeah. Kind of stalled out there and fell back into the hazard.
So he's still pretty deep in here. He's got maybe 60 feet to get out. And then another 60 feet to the basket.
All right.
Settles. Okay.
So Gibney not taking any chances, laying that up.
I really thought he would give that a run.
All it takes is a basket hit for it to just end up down the hill. That's a nice.
And Jared with a nonchalant little putt right for the deuce.
Says he has some putting to make up for it, so
Yeah.
get started with it now.
I was up putt that as soon as it went on the hill, I got nervous and I remembered it was dollar and was like, oh, that's like dollar all day.
Gibney always keeps the card. We've covered him before. He always just keeps the card engaged. Like he's always talking. He's always in a good mood. Even when he breaks his hand on a tree, he's still just a cool guy to be around. A good birdie there for Ezra, getting back on track.
Hole 7 is a par 3 coming in at 260 feet. This is a new pin location for us. Instead of going over the hill and going to the left, you want to go over the hill. You want to go straight. This is a tricky hole because of the angle of the fairway and wanting to get over it, but still needing to land straight and behind the hill. So we have seen a forehand play, but most people are going to take either a straight putter or a straight mid and just pick the right height and go for it.
Yeah, and the T sign on this I think says it's like 300 feet or something.
That is the right height.
So
That is a little hot.
Yeah, so Ezra had not played this course and thought that this was a 300-foot shot. So he went a little hot on that. That Luna's turning to the right a little bit more than he wants.
But gets
Never
kick,
mind.
just like he planned it.
That is part.
He thinks he threw the perfect shot too. He doesn't even know about the trick here. Gibney. Oh, he's liking that. He's liking that.
I would too.
Oh yes.
Wow. So we've got two parts.
Let's flirt with the tree. Oh yeah.
Little too flippy too early.
Yep. The right idea though.
Yeah.
Again, the angle of that fairway just makes it not a straightforward shot. Well, it is straight, but it's just not. Anyway.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Ezra with a long comeback here for the birdie.
Oh.
Just a nick of the top there.
Ooh.
Uncharacteristic there. Dollar's usually very solid on those.
Yeah, especially from that distance.
Yeah.
He's
Usually pretty automatic.
Just stand and let him tell me to move it. So I felt like I was probably in your side view, but
getting tapping in his clean birdie. As well
sometimes
as
it's like more
Jared.
work to grab them for other people.
Matt cleans up his bogey.
Ezra the only one with a clean route so far. It's surprising. All right, we move into hole 8, a par 3 coming in at 410 feet. Again, a big thank you to Deep 9 Design for sponsoring the drone footage. Check out their Max 1 bag. Use the code ACERUN to get 10% off of your purchase. And while you're there, check out a product they have called Juice, which is an amazing grip enhancer. So hole 8, a turnover or a forehand up the hill. The road is OB on the left-hand side. This has got to be one of the hardest holes on this course to get the 2 on. If you take a 3 here, you chalk it up, you thank yourself, and you walk away. Going beat up Predator.
Oh,
Damn.
that was so close. And that tree knocked it all the way back down to the road.
That was still really cool to watch.
Jeez. It looked like that was going to be it. Gibney going with a little bit more turn, trying to get up to the flat side. And that's usually what you'll see on this hole, is people just kind of playing to the flat and then pitching up for the 3.
Yeah.
That looks a little low.
And it just stays on the hill. He'll still be able to save his par from there, but
Yeah. I'm assuming he wasn't trying to throw a roller there, unlike Dollar, who is working up the hill.
oh yeah.
Settle.
Not bad. He's up top. Still looking at probably a par from there.
Yeah. As with that long jump putt that he has, I'm so jealous just to be able to. I wish I could just jump putt from 200 feet.
I mean, you can. You just won't get there.
Yeah. Nor will it be accurate at all.
No one's stopping you from doing it.
Gibney with a long look.
Gibney was so much closer. His jump putt looked so much more like he had to put way more energy than Ez did.
Yeah.
Oh, Dollar's look is a little obstructed.
Yeah, I'm like, there's nothing there. There's one tree in the middle, which he found.
Yep. And there we go to par.
Yeah, par on this hole. I mean, it played over par. It came in at 3.34, which is not surprising.
Not at all.
Were there any
Especially
birdies on this?
with the OB being where it is. We did have a birdie on hole 8. And that was from Colin Forehand.
Wow. I wonder if he went backhand or forehand or roller. Or...
I think he did overhand. Colin, he'll let us know in the comments how he got that bird on hole 8.
So no damage done, all pars across the board.
Hole 9 is a short but very serious par 4. It only comes in at 368 feet, but what you have to do is have perfect placement off the tee in order to make it down this little alley as you approach the green. There are players that attempt to get all the way there with what I call trick shots, but the green is sloping away from you, and there's one little route. I don't know if it'll come into play or not, but it's always fun to watch players try to avoid it.
Yeah.
That looks a little early, but managed to get through, and he should have a straight line down that the second fairway from there.
Yeah, your first shot is just a placement shot. You're trying to throw about 240-ish on a hyzer.
Yeah, but you want to land in a very particular line. Like that right there is going to put him out of line with the second fairway.
Yeah, it has to be something stable. Ezra, I'm guessing, is trying to get all the way there with a flex forehand, and this is really the only way to get there.
Yeah.
That's early.
Oh, yeah. And oddly enough, there is a Mando on this hole that we don't really mention because it doesn't come into play on most shots, but it is to the right of where Ezra just landed.
Dollar is, so this is some trickery you're going to see here. A flippy forehand roller. As he was trying to get all the way down there. So when he let it go, he's like, yes. He thought he put it right where it needed to be. And it was close.
It was. Well, close to me as well, but it was close to getting down there. Yeah, I did not know that is what he threw.
Mm-hmm. And Ezra here is trying to find some kind of alley.
Get out of here.
He's done most of the job, just needs to settle and curl up. And curl up. And curl up.
Like, if he didn't hit that tree to slow it down, he would have been on hole 19.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. That is the easiest of all four of the approaches that we have there. He just had that perfect
Beautiful
little
touch. Gibney throwing into a wall of trees here and hoping that something magical happens. What an effort. And he gets through it.
Through. Wow.
Let's go. Full send it.
Gotta love it. He's always just going at it 100%. Dollar here, a little disappointed that he doesn't have much of anything to work with after going for that gutsy shot.
Yeah. Like, it looks like he has a line, but just the way that the trees are staggered, it's just...
Yeah, it's
not really there.
Oh my gosh, so close.
So close. Talk about entertaining. You're entertaining the entire card there.
Yeah. Long comeback here. Oh my gosh. Inches from the birdie. That would have been remarkable from where he was.
It would have.
And Dollar with a stress-free birdie. It's nearly an eagle.
Yeah. And Jared with the easiest birdie of them all.
Yeah.
Mind if I tap out real quick?
Of course, brother.
Coming away with a par from being in that position, I would not be disappointed at all.
There we go.
And just a full effort birdie there for Gibney, laying out on that second shot.
Stay tuned, folks. This is not the end of the video. I know it's 9 holes, but since this round has 21 holes, we're going to cover 11 of them on the front half.
There you go. If you guys haven't become a patron yet, head on over to patreon.com/AceRunPro. Become an Ace Runner today. Moving on to hole 10, 232 feet, par 3. This is downhill the entire way with an OB fence behind the basket there that comes up pretty quick. Essentially, you're just throwing a putter on a slight hyzer down here and hoping to grab onto this green and give yourself an easy putt for the birdie. Another one of these holes that you definitely want to get.
It is such a simple hole by design, but can get tricky so fast.
This looks pretty ideal. And that is picture perfect.
Looks like there was a little cluster of trees put down there to stop this from going OB2 quickly next to the basket. They're doing their job.
They are.
Can you call it a dry dam? I don't know if that's what it...
I don't think the beavers put it there, so we can't call it a natural dam.
Well, I didn't say natural.
Okay. And these guys are making it look easy,
Yeah.
as they should. They're piping this backhand. F5 here from Ezra. I'm sorry, A5.
A5.
Hits a pine cone or a stick, and he's the closest.
So now we have a putt off.
Dollar with a birdie. I suspect we're going to see a star frame here.
Hey, no spoilers, man.
I'm just saying, these guys are...
You wouldn't say this is part of the course, right, Dollar? Or do you think? I mean, this is the OB.
Yeah, I think you're fine. I think you're fine to move that.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Tell us in the comments. Is that part of the course? Is it just dead and unattached tree?
Yes, sir. There we go.
It's like you got something like up
He
against
puts it
He
back.
puts it back.
It
All right.
does.
Yeah,
It's not like
You know, not like
the Paul Macbeth situation at
yeah,
Worlds.
yeah.
The stakes are a little bit higher on this one, though, than they were at Worlds.
Sure. Wait, did you just make me miss the oh.
There's a birdie. There's one more.
All right, there we go.
There it is.
There's the star frame. All right. I did miss it.
Well played by our featured card here. All birdies on hole 10.
Moving on to hole 11. It is a par 3 coming in at 265 feet. Another tight line here. Several different ways to go. Most ideal way is the way the drone is going. It's just straight. That's how I play it. But there is also a forehand route to take you the short distance that you need to get to the green. However, a kick can really just takes one tree.
Just takes one tree to
One tree to ruin your
ruin
dreams.
your dreams.
Jared taking the forehand with a flippy putter here. And that kick didn't really hurt him. He's made it far enough down the fairway that he'll still have a legitimate look at that bird.
As long as there's not a tree in the way. 'Cause there's a lot.
This reminds me of that.
Oh, that just turned over just a little bit.
Ooh, just
Just flipped up just a little bit too
little
soon.
too early,
Yeah.
yeah. He's been hitting those lines with, I don't know if that's an M model or a P model that he's throwing on these lines. Dollar with a flippy forehand.
Is it going to come back, though? Well, that's one way to come back.
Okay.
Should put him circle's edge or in circle one.
Turn.
Ooh.
Goodness.
Come on. Get out of here, man. I don't know how. I couldn't
Out of
get-
his hand, I was like, he hit the tree. Oh, it's too low. Oh, it's not going to it's going to skip into the woods. Oh, never mind. None of that
It
happened.
did everything except for skip into the basket. I mean, it just. Can you even get frustrated with someone just continuously doing that? Just so. There's so much disc golf karma.
Another framed up putt here for Gibney, looking for the highlight.
Oh, just missed it.
Short.
Dollar from dollar range.
Nice birdie there, Dollar. Back-to-back birdies. Back-to-back-to-back birdies. Yes, sir. This hole is really hard.
It really is. It's not as easy as they had some really good tee
Yeah.
shots. Like, just one tree.
Like, you see normally, like, 3 out of the 4 will get a bad kick.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good for the throw. Thank you.
Well, 2 out of these 4 did get favorable kicks. So
Yeah.
Is this your hat? I like your hat.
Oh, yeah. Go out.
You good?
So 3 out of 4 taking the birdie on that hole. See Ezra and Jared locked up at the top at 6 down each.
we see 6 down is leading the way through 11 holes here.
Yeah, we've got a tie at the top. Make sure to check out the second half of this course coming up. Again, a big thank you to Deep 9 Design for their drone sponsorship, as well as Doggone Good Disc Golf. Both of those companies will be down in the description below. We've got promo codes for both companies, so check those out to get yourself some savings on some awesome disc golf gear. Big thank you as always to our Patreon family. We love and appreciate all the support.
Ace Runners.
Doing their thing, man. We appreciate the community growing little by little. Make sure to come on back. Give us a like, share, subscribe. Second half coming up next on Ace Run Productions.